Hi guys, I'm Georgiana and I'm very amazed by the fact that I received so many messages on Facebook regarding my first video ever posted on YouTube. I'm so impressed, especially because so many people thanked me and appreciated the work that I've done. Today I'm going to show you how to create angel wings, just like this earring. Because winter holidays are coming, I think it will be a great gift. So what you need for this project is UV deep resin that you can find it on Amazon. I think this one is the most important material from the tutorial because it's especially made for dipping the wire. UV lamp. I use this tiny one because it's more flexible. Non-tarnished wire. This is at 28 gauge. White pigment for the resin. A tiny stick, a plastic surface, a pair of studs for the earrings, pliers, and also I'll be using some shapes for the loops like this one and this one for a bigger and for a tinier one. You'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. And because we want to stay safe, don't forget to use vapor mask and gloves. So this is it, let's begin. Step 1. We will be making 2 loops from non-tarnished wire. The shapes that I use are totally improvised and measure 3 cm and 1.5 cm. I take the smaller shape, I cut the wire, then I use the flat nose plier to correct the spinning. This will be one feather of the angel wing, a smaller one. Now I'll do the same for the bigger loop, just like this. You can use pipes to create shapes if you don't have anything else nearby or if you don't like to improvise like me. At this point, shape the loop into the form of a feather with your fingers. Not too much, but also not too wide open. We need the natural look of it. I believe this shaping part with your hands will create a unique form for your wings. So it's the same for the smaller piece. Correct the form with your flat nose plier if it's needed. Step 2. Take the UV dip resin that you can find on Amazon and open it carefully. Dip the bigger loop into the can until the resin sticks to the wire like a film. Don't worry if it doesn't work on the first try. You just have to practice a little and move the wire loop so the resin will not pour out. Now cure the resin with the UV lamp on each side. Take some time, don't rush anything. Make the same for the smaller loop. If you have bubbles and you don't like them, you can pop them with a tiny stick. Make sure that you don't have the UV dip resin can open near the lamp. Step 3. In the next step, we will be using the white pigment to color the angel wings' feathers. Take the plastic surface and add some resin with a stick. Maybe you will need a little more than me if you have prepared more wire shapes. Now add some white pigment to the resin and mix it very well. You can add some extra pigment if you want a more intense color. It is usually not recommended to add more than 5% of the quantity of the resin. Now that the resin is well mixed with the pigment, prepare yourself to color the feather. Take one shape and add some colored resin to it with a stick, just on one side of the shape. Make sure that the resin is smooth. Then cure the resin with the UV lamp for a few seconds. It usually doesn't take much time to be cured. In this case, some resin ran away from my feather. This is not a problem because I will cut that part in a moment and I will save the feather. Do the same to the other feather. Add some resin, make it smooth, cure it with a UV lamp. At this point, I want to make sure that both feathers are well cured. Step 4. After both shapes are well cured, cut the edges just like that. Now, we can cut the extra resin from the smaller feather. Take some resin with a stick and add it to the edge of the feather, just like this. We need to have smooth surface on the piece. Then, cure that part with the UV lamp for a few seconds. After it is done, do the same for the smaller feather. Make sure that they are both well cured. Step 5. Make 6 more feathers like these ones. 3 small and 3 large. We will have a total of 8 feathers. Now, the most satisfying part has arrived. We will assemble feather by feather the wing. First, we take some resin on the stick and glue the first 2 feathers. It is important to have an idea of what the final wing should be. Then, one by one, we glue each feather to another. We must form a nice shape. We can glue them in such a way that the wing could be longer or shorter. It's our decision. If you intend to make a necklace out of 2 wings, you might want to make them shorter. It depends on how you like it. The last feathers that are smaller should be assembled carefully because they will create the final look of the wing. I glue one feather at a time, and I think 2 steps ahead of me when placing them. I want them to look as real as they get. It is important to seal the feathers between them if you want to create a durable wing. I put some extra resin on this feather because I left some marks there and I want to correct them. And we are getting closer to the end. Yoo-hoo! Step 6. Now, we are going to put in the stud earring setting. We will do the same as we did with the feathers. We are going to glue it to the wing. Place the stud where you consider it should be fit best on the back side of the wing. Take some resin on the stick and add some resin to that part of the wing. Place the stud and cure it for a few seconds. You may want to add some extra resin to be sure that the stud will not detach in time. Congrats! You just made your first wing. Don't forget to make the other wing, like in the mirror. If you are curious about how much an earring weighs, this is the result. Only 5 grams. So this was it. This is how you create angel wings. I hope you enjoyed it and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, if you have questions, feel free to post it in a comment. All the materials that I used are linked in the description. You can also watch my other videos from my channel. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day!